Hello and welcome to Meandmygolf TV.
Yeah, ready? That's
Good.
my cue.
We normally talk a lot more.
These guys are pros. Getting me to shut up is
normally
hard
talks more than
sometimes, so he wasn't used to it. Hello and welcome to Meandmygolf TV.
It's time for my swing analysis, and we have a very special guest.
Hey, it's Lydia Ko, and it's time to take charge of your game.
Okay, so as you can see, we have a pretty good golfer on our swing analysis today,
Oh
Piers.
yeah, she might be a little bit better than us, Andy.
Just a touch. Thank you for that great intro, Lydia. Great to meet you. Hope you have a great year this year. And in this video, we're going to be showing you guys some of the changes that she's made alongside with her coach, David Leadbetter. We're actually at the world headquarters here in Orlando, Florida at Champions Gate. And some significant changes, Piers, in the golf swing over the last 2 years, really. David sort
Really
of
big changes.
helped to, made some big changes that have helped her game. And we'll talk about really the changes that she's made, but also hopefully give you guys something that you can take from it to work on really that she's done. Now, when she, a couple of years ago when she was with David, she could only fade it generally, Piers. It was very much a fader of the golf ball and struggled to draw it. So some of the changes that she's made has really helped her to play that draw now which she plays. So let's get into taking a look at the down the line view first, Piers.
Definitely, I think the people watching this are going to get some, if they're fading the golf ball, then they should be watching it if they want to play a draw.
Definitely. So if we'll just see here, we've got on the screen, we've got the left image, which is a current swing of Lydia Ko, and the right image here is a one from a couple of years ago when she was 16. Now the biggest difference you'll see in the setup straight away, the arms are very much hanging down, but a little bit away from a body. So a little bit stretched out compared to the one on the left, the most recent one, where her arms are hanging down closer to the body and a little bit closer to the golf ball she is. And that's just going to help synchronise her arms and body on the backswing. Now if we go into the backswing on the right one here, what we're going to notice is a pretty good move away. Doesn't really look out of sorts there, Piers. But one of the things we're going to notice as we wind up to the top of the golf swing is that the club face is in what we call a closed position. It doesn't quite match the lead forearm, okay, a strong position. And we're going to see how that impacts the downswing in a moment, Piers, which it does. Now,
So it's potentially a closed club face which could make the ball hook, potentially.
yeah. So what Lydia does here is as we start the downswing, we're going to notice the lower body really works very hard. Okay, a lot of rotation there. You can see those hips clearing as she sort of swings down. And what happens because of that, Piers, the club tends to go a little bit in front of the swing plane, we'll notice here, and then the path is very much slightly to the left. And this is where she gets that fade from.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, really, it was great to be able to draw the golf ball, which she does now. Now, if we take a look at the current swing, we're going to notice some significant changes here. First of all, in the move away, we're going to see that the arms are a little bit closer to the body on the way back. The club gets a little more upright at this point here, halfway back, where you can see the butt end of the club is down towards a toe line, Piers. I mean, there's a big change there, isn't it?
Massive change.
And as we wind up to the top of the golf swing, we're going to see again the arms are a little bit more closer to the body, a little bit lower with the hands, but look at the club face. The club face now is in a very different position, much more neutral in line with the lead arm, and this again has a different sort of reaction now on the way down. Now if we take a look at the downswing now, we're going to see that the lower body still fires, which is good. Not quite as early as the other one, but you can see the club shallowing out now, and you'll see now the club at this point is a little bit behind the hands there, and this is how now she plays that little bit of a draw.
Gets that path going slightly out to the
Slightly
right.
to the right, so a lot shallower on the way down, but much more neutral for her on the way through. Now, big change in the swing there, Piers. And you know what David's done is really wanted to get the arms more synced up with the body, but getting the club face in a more neutral position really helps us sequence the downswing and stopping her from firing those hips too much. So, big changes on the down the line. Let's take a look at the face on.
Okay, so let's look at the front on view now. What I really want you to do is look at the lower body and how these lower body swings are very, very different. So as we go into the back swing on the old swing on the right, we see the lower body moving away from the target, swaying. We see the left hip really moving away from that sort of front line that we've got drawn in there. Now, obviously that tells you again this lateral movement away from the target. That could cause problems. Then as Lydia, as we know, starts to downswing very aggressively with the low body. This is all to try and square the face up or make the ball not go to the left maybe. But as she's rotating those hips fast, she never really gets back to that line as much as she would like. So there's a lot of movement going in on that low body. So not getting back to the ball maybe enough. Now, if this was a lesser quality golfer as Lydia, then they'd probably be struggling with their ball striking a lot here when they're hitting the ground before the ball maybe, not getting the ball flight that they want. Beautiful sort of finish. I mean, that sort of almost hasn't changed that much. If we go into the new one now, we're going to look at the lower body, and it's very, very different. So as you go back and say, there's a little bit of a bump still laterally away from the target, but you can see the legs are in a lot stronger position. The left hip is not going away from the target like it was before. And we can see, look at this top of the backswing position here now, a lot more stable than the old one on the right. So the knees are in a really good solid position as she starts a downswing. Yes, we know she starts with a lower body, but it's really a much more sort of lateral movement in the downswing. But we can see the legs are a lot quieter, and already now she's on that front line. So she's actually going to be able to hit the golf ball, strike the golf ball, being much more over the ball. And look at that right foot. You know, that right foot is in a very, very different position to what it was on the old one. You know, a lot more sort of, you know, planted almost to the ground, moving to the target, but almost feeling as though it's a lot quieter.
She looks a lot stronger in that one as well.
Really does. Athletic. You know, she's worked really hard with Trevor Anderson and Mike Lane on her fitness, getting stronger. I mean, crikey, I'm sure some of the stuff she's doing with her legs there in the gym, they could put us to shame, Andy, I'm sure. Okay, so that's basically the swings, the new swing, the old swing. Let's do some drills, shall we? We're actually going to show you how to get those movements for you at home and help you with your golf swing.
Okay guys, so lots of information there that we've actually just talked about, but you don't need to put all that into your golf swing. David's obviously had a plan that they've worked on to really change that golf swing to be more efficient. So what we're going to do now is actually pick a couple of things that you can maybe take from it that can help you with your game. And just as we're talking about that, Piers, where are your shoes?
Have you not noticed? Is it taking this long?
It took me that long, yes. I just spotted them in the corner of my eye.
It's all part of my cunning plan to get more lower body stability.
Right, okay.
So that's what we really want to focus on, is show you how we can get that lower body more stable. And then when we get that lower body more stable, hopefully we can then get that downswing starting with the hips bumping and then the arms are shallowing, okay, which is going to help you if you slice the golf ball. So what we're going to do is literally hit shots with our shoes off. Now, when your shoes are on, they offer support, they offer grip, they obviously build up a little bit. That's why I'm going to be choking down the handle. But what they do is they allow you to spin your hips and fire your legs, and they can almost help the problem be exaggerated, if that makes sense. So by taking the shoes off and just having a few swings, you'll notice that you're a lot more grounded when you're doing this. So I'm just going to hit a shot down the handle, shoes off. My legs are going to be a lot more stable. Feet are a lot more grounded.
Challenge that stability in the backswing, which is exactly what Lydia's worked on with her trainers and obviously with David.
I think I should do that more often.
There we go.
Okay, so what we're going to do is just get you hitting those shots, really getting you, as Andy said there, you know, the trainers that she works with, Trevor Anderson, Mike Lane, you know, really working hard on that lower body and feeling and using the ground.
Okay, so give us a drill then, Piers, that can help the guys at home.
Right, so the drill we're going to do is wide knees. So what we're going to do is literally keep our knees away from each other. So wide knees. So in the backswing, make sure you have your normal wind up. We want you winding up in your backswing, okay? So from here you can see knees are apart, there's no sway, but also this left hip isn't dropping in either. So if that knee comes in and the hip drops in, it really can cause, again, more instability. So by keeping those knees apart, it's a lot easier, maybe not that easy for me to get to the top, but it's a lot easier to have a more stable low body.
So it's a lot more restricted, and you can see from Lydia's changes, her golf swing's a little shorter now, a lot more stable and restricted, but that really does help her then load into this trail side, but then push back and get that weight shift moving back towards the target, which is crucial for power, but also getting that contact good as well.
Yeah, and we saw from her old swing that, you know, it was almost getting this massive wind up on the way back and moving laterally, and then a massive rotation on the way down, but never really getting toward the target. Same for people, if you move over here, you may not, you know, get back over toward the target. So by having these knees wide, getting to the top, getting a good wind up, getting that lateral bump, look at the club now. The arms are dropping, the handle is dropping, the club is a lot better playing, the path is going to be a little bit better. We may even be able to get some draws out of this.
Show me a draw then. So you can pay attention to the knees, guys. You're going to really focus on keeping them away from each other, but creating a good wind up, and then you can see that weight shift on the way through, even with no shoes on, and he actually played a pure little draw there.
That's landed about a yard from the other one.
I think you could take her on there, Piers.
Lydia, you're going down.
Okay, guys, some great things there. You can see that some changes that Lydia's made. We'll wish you all the best for a great season.
Have a great season.
And thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, so hope you enjoyed that. Post your comments down below. Let us know whether this helps you in your game, and also post any questions down below about what Lydia's doing with her golf swing. Hopefully we can help with that. Right, hit the thumbs up button, the like button if you enjoy that. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe. It is for free.
Definitely, and for lots more great videos to improve your golf, make sure you check out meandmygolf.com in the corner there for your 7-day free trial. Maybe there's some more drills there that can help you with your low body. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.